Early life and beginnings. Franco Baresi was born on May 8, 1960, in Travagliato, a small town in the Lombardy region of Italy. From a young age, Baresi exhibited an immense love for football, a passion that would define his life and career. Raised in a working-class family, football became both an escape and a dream for young Franco. His parents, while not directly involved in the sport, supported his aspirations, and Baresi's early exposure to the game in his local area played a key role in his development. Baresi's football journey began in his hometown club, where he quickly impressed with his exceptional ability to read the game and his natural defensive instincts. Despite his small stature for a defender, Baresi's technique, intelligence, and leadership qualities were already clear. And it was evident that he possessed the qualities that would later define his illustrious career. At the age of 15, Baresi joined the prestigious youth academy of Serie A club AC Milan. The transition to a top-flight club was not easy, but Baresi's commitment, discipline, and hard work saw him rise through the ranks. His training at Milan's academy honed his technical skills and footballing intelligence, shaping him into the player he would become. Despite his relative inexperience, his potential was so obvious that it didn't take long for Baresi to make his debut for the senior team. AC Milan. The birth of a defensive master. Franco Baresi made his debut for AC Milan's first team in 1978 at the age of 18. Milan, at the time, was struggling to regain its former glory, but Baresi's arrival would soon signal the dawn of a new era for the club. Initially, Baresi faced the challenge of breaking into a team that already boasted experienced defenders, but it wasn't long before his talent was undeniable. Baresi's early years at Milan were marked by steady progress, as he continued to develop his defensive prowess. Although his physical presence was not as imposing as that of some of his contemporaries, Baresi made up for it with exceptional positioning, an uncanny ability to read the game, and an unparalleled understanding of defensive tactics. His vision on the ball, leadership qualities, and calm under pressure were traits that set him apart from many other defenders of the era. During the early 1980s, Milan began to rebuild, and with Baresi at the heart of the defense, the club experienced a resurgence. His composure and ability to marshal the backline were key to Milan's success in the following years, and by 1983, Baresi had already established himself as one of the top defenders in Italy. His performances were consistently stellar, and in 1984, he was appointed Milan's captain at the age of 24, a testament to the respect he had earned from his teammates and coaches. The golden era of Milan, Baresi and the defensive dynasty. The late 1980s and early 1990s saw AC Milan rise to the peak of European and world football, and Baresi was at the heart of this golden era. Under the guidance of legendary coach Arrigo Sacchi, Milan transformed into one of the most formidable teams in the history of the game, winning multiple domestic and international titles. This period marked the culmination of Baresi's career as a defender, as he became not only the cornerstone of Milan's defense but also one of the most respected defenders in the world. Sacchi's Milan played a revolutionary style of football, with a heavy emphasis on high pressing, tactical discipline, and a collective defensive unit. Baresi, with his impeccable positioning and ability to read the game, was the perfect fit for Sacchi's philosophy. His awareness of the opposition's movements allowed him to anticipate plays, intercept passes, and start attacks from the back. Baresi's calmness under pressure, combined with his technical ability, allowed him to excel in Milan's high-pressing defensive system. Baresi formed a legendary partnership with fellow Italian defender Alessandro Costacurta, creating a rock-solid central defense that was the bedrock of Milan's success. Together with full-backs like Mauro Tassotti and the legendary Paolo Maldini, Baresi's defensive unit became a model for excellence in football. Milan's defense, under his leadership, was impregnable. The team's combination of tactical discipline, defensive solidity, and attacking flair made them a force to be reckoned with both domestically and internationally. The peak of Milan's success came in the late 1980s and early 1990s. In 1989, Milan won the European Cup, now the UEFA Champions League, for the first time in 20 years, defeating Steaua Bucharest 4-0 in the final. Baresi was integral to the team's triumph, showcasing his ability to nullify any attacking threat. The following year, Milan won the competition again, this time defeating Benfica 1-0. Baresi's consistency and leadership in the back were key to Milan's dominance in Europe. World-class recognition and individual honors. As Baresi's club success continued, his performances also earned him recognition on the international stage. He made his debut for the Italian national team in 1982, just a few years after joining Milan. Although Italy's World Cup victory in 1982 occurred before Baresi had truly established himself as a top player. His inclusion in future international tournaments showcased his growing importance to the national team. Baresi was a key figure for Italy in the 1986 and 1990 World Cups. While Italy failed to win the 1986 tournament, Baresi's performances were solid and showed glimpses of his ability to shine on the world stage. The 1990 World Cup, hosted by Italy, was a defining moment for Baresi and the national team. Although Italy was eliminated in the semi-finals by Argentina, Baresi's performances were widely praised. He was one of the standout defensive players of the tournament, and his maturity and poise made him one of the most respected players in international football. In 1994, Baresi's national team career reached its zenith when he captained Italy to the World Cup final in the United States. Despite Baresi's heroics throughout the tournament, Italy was narrowly defeated by Brazil in a penalty shootout. Baresi missed his penalty in the shootout, but his leadership and defensive performances throughout the competition left a lasting legacy. Over the years, Baresi earned numerous individual awards, including being named Serie A's Defender of the Year and included in various Team of the Year selections. His consistent performances for Milan and Italy were recognized by footballing bodies worldwide, and he was often regarded as one of the top defenders in the world. The later years and retirement. Baresi continued to play for AC Milan until his retirement in 1997. His final years at the club were marked by a decline in physical ability, as injuries took their toll, but his footballing intelligence remained sharp. He remained a crucial figure in Milan's defense, even as the team began to evolve and usher in new stars. Baresi's retirement in 1997 marked the end of one of the most storied careers in football history. Having played over 500 games for AC Milan, he left behind a legacy that would endure long after his departure. He was not only a master of defending but also a symbol of leadership, consistency, and dedication. His commitment to Milan, where he spent his entire club career, made him one of the club's most beloved and influential figures.